Bill Burr says Ben Shapiro called him woke over CEO comments to make more money. That guy is a jerk-off. Sounds like Bill Burr isn't losing sleep over Ben Shapiro's recent criticism of him. The stand-up comedian issued a blistering response after the right-wing commentator called him woke for strongly condemning greedy CEOs. All he knew is if he put woke on what I said, he would make more money, Burr said of Shapiro in a New York Times interview published Tuesday. I don't know who he is, but that guy is a jerk-off. A representative for Shapiro didn't immediately respond to Entertainment Weekly's request for comment on Burr's remarks. Shapiro took umbrage with Burr's comments about CEOs in the wake of the killing of Brian Thompson, the chief executive of United Healthcare. None of these news programs are talking about the incredible lack of empathy from the general public about this because of how these insurance companies treat people when they at their most vulnerable, after we've all given them our money every FNG month, and now we finally need you and all you do is deny us, Burr said in a December episode of his Monday morning podcast. He continued, and then these pussies and all of these things are taking the pictures of their CEOs off of their websites. You know, I gotta be honest with you, okay? I love that FNG CEOs are FNG afraid right now. You should be. By and large, you're all a bunch of selfish, greedy, FNG pieces of S, and a lot of you are mass murderers. You just don't pull the trigger. That's why it looks clean. Shapiro penned a critique of Burr's comments for his conservative outlet The Daily Wire, writing, Burr has become woke. Over time, I think he became embarrassed that many people on the right thought he was very funny, so he decided he was going to go woke. Shapiro also wrote that Burr's comments were truly evil, opining, he's saying you should live in fear if you're the CEO of a company that does things that Burr deems to be bad or wrong. Burr clarified on another podcast that he was not saying what happened should have happened in reference to Thompson's death. But for them to be like, oh, why would anybody want to do this? They're denying claims and people are dying. In his piece, Shapiro wrote, Burr openly cheered the murder of the United Healthcare executive because he says CEOs should live in fear if they don't act in the way that he would have them act, in a system that he has no fixes for, by the way. Elsewhere in Burr's NYT interview, the comic discussed his angry on-stage persona. I want to lose my edge. I don't want to go through life angry, he explained. And here's the thing, if you have an edge, you never lose it. I can tap into that whenever I need to. You bark at the other dog and make it go away. I know how to do that.